Area 51 is a U.S. Air Force facility that is surrounded by secrecy. It is a highly classified airbase, and according to the CIA, the correct names for the facility are Homey Airport or Groom Lake. It is more commonly known as Area 51, which was the name it was given in a document from the Vietnam War. Its purpose is unknown to the public, and it has always been that way. You need the highest security clearance in order to go there. So, what is the government hiding at Area 51? Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Until recently, Area 51 was left out of maps, and the US government completely denied its existence for almost 60 years. But it wasn't until 2013 that the US government finally admitted to the existence of Area 51. The area surrounding the lake is completely off limits to people, as well as air traffic above the facility. Security personnel are under orders to shoot and kill any trespassers. You can't even fly in Area 51's airspace without receiving a court-martial. The Area 51 airspace is regarded as one of the most restricted airspaces in the world. Because the purpose of the facility is such a secret, the conspiracy theories that surround it are very compelling. It has become the focus of many modern UFO and conspiracy theories. The most well-known conspiracy is that an alien aircraft recovered at Roswell was stored, examined, and reverse-engineered at Area 51. It was claimed that bodies belonging to extraterrestrials were recovered at the crash and hidden from the public. This is known as the Roswell incident. In 1947, the Roswell Army Airfield Public Information Officer, Walter Haut, issued a press release that said that a flying disc had been recovered near Roswell, New Mexico. The story on paper is that this was nothing more than a crash of a conventional weather balloon. Conspiracy theories about Roswell didn't pop up until the 1970s. Roswell is one of the most famous conspiracy theories in history, as well as one of the most debunked. In the 1990s, the US military released 2 reports that detailed what really happened at Roswell. The crash involved a nuclear test surveillance balloon. Despite that, the mystery of Roswell continues to spark the interest of UFO enthusiasts. One of Area 51's employees gave a testimony when he was nearly on his deathbed about his experience at Area 51, and he claims that the Roswell incident was real and that there were actual aliens who survived. He also said the CIA interviewed gray aliens, which he claims he saw with his own eyes. But the UFO conspiracy theories aren't the only explanation for Area 51's purpose. One of the main reasons for the many UFO sightings around Area 51 is the facilities where the American government tests experimental weapons and aircraft. Recently declassified documents from the 1960s into the 70s focus on the quest to develop stealth capability in aircraft. Area 51 was created in 1955 for one specific reason: to test a top-secret aircraft project, codename Aquatone. Aquatone is the Cold War codename for an aircraft called the U-2, also known as the Dragon Lady. The Cold War was when tensions were high between the US and Soviet Russia, so the U-2 was developed to spy on them. Nikita Khrushchev was very public about his country's nuclear program, so it's only natural for the US government to want to keep an eye on them. The U-2 spy plane was virtually undetectable because it flew outside the range of Soviet air defenses at 70,000 feet. The plane carried photo imaging equipment that the US government used to find out what the Soviets were up to. Project Oxcart was another CIA operation that was top secret for decades. As far as the public was concerned, it didn't exist. To this day, we still don't know the full extent of Project Oxcart, but what we do know is that it was another spy plane called the A-12, designed to fly at 90,000 feet. The A-12 flies faster than a speeding bullet, which was so fast that it had to be made out of titanium to withstand the immense heat. Interestingly, the Soviets unknowingly sold the US the titanium needed to build the plane that was intended to spy on them. Project Oxcart was what turned Area 51 into a permanent facility. Another document that was recently declassified is a report about the exploitation of a covertly acquired Soviet fighter jet. Engineers at Area 51 examined the aircraft to find out their weaknesses, which would become useful in combat. When we review the history of the government programs that involve secret aircraft, what we learn is that there have been aerial vehicles employed over the years that were both highly advanced for their day and were also kept secret from the public. These were from the 1960s and 70s. Who knows what kind of top secret operations and aircraft are being developed at the facility now. So what is the US government hiding at Area 51? We know for sure they hide weapons and experimental aircraft, but that could be a very small part of a bigger picture. Much of the airbase's facilities are underground. Some claim that beneath Area 51 there's a transcontinental underground railroad system. Perhaps we'll never know what the US government is hiding at Area 51. All we can do is keep asking questions. I'm Charlotte Dobre for LBQ. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more answers.